Hi, Maud. Maud, good afternoon. Yeah, I muted it because I'm on a call. How are you doing? Knowledge. Yeah, Maud. I don't know. I was telling my friend is when you don't have the that much zeal for something anymore. So yes, it's been a long time. I know, and I have no one to blame but myself. Hi, Gafar. How are you doing? Maud, how are you doing? How is your live stream going? This your live stream. Gafar, where are you watching me from? And also, how are you doing? Oh, from India. Knowledge, hold on. Okay, okay. That's so cool. I should return you. I don't understand, Gafar. Please return me. How? Can you explain? Message. Your long video comment, please check. Okay, Gafar. But if I have to check, then I have to end this live stream. So how about I check after the live stream, Gafar? Is that fine? I'm wondering which of the video. Can you also specify the exact video you commented on? Hey, Chineke. You keep saying please return me. I don't understand. Knowledge. Is that the same person you're talking to? Yeah. I should return the comment, the message. Knowledge, hold on. Jesus Jimenez. Hi, Jesus. What an interesting name. Hi, Jesus Jimenez. How are you doing? And you're welcome to my live stream. Where are you watching me from? Renee Holt. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but you said you're from Lebron. Okay, that's cool. Thank you so much for being here. I've not said this. I'm actually live streaming from Nigeria, and thank you all for being here. I really appreciate. Gafari, Hyderabad, hand towel, hand please return me. I'm so confused. I don't know what you're saying. I'm really so confused. Gafar, I'm so sorry. Jesus. Okay, I think I was corrected that that name is pronounced Jesus. I'm sorry, Jesus. Yes. If I do not pronounce your name correctly, they can hear you. Yes, it's pronounced as an H. Yes. Gafar Hyderabad. Did I pronounce that correctly? Did I pronounce that correctly? Gafar. Gafar Hyderabad. Don't know. I had to meet you. Hi, Jessica. How are you doing? Hi, Jessica. Thank you so much for being here. sorry, I was typing a question, so I didn't see your message pop up. What's up? Oh, sure. Thank you. You can like and subscribe. Thank you, Jessica. Gafar, check your videos. I told you that I cannot check my videos right now because I'm live streaming. Oh, let me see if I can check with this other device. Let me see if I can check. Hold on. Uh, oh my God. Valley, hi. Valley asked a question. Valley called my name. Oh my God, Valley, how are you doing? Been a while. Did you change your name? I can't remember. I can't remember the name Valley 24. But yeah, been a really long while because, yeah, I know. How are you doing? Meanwhile, Gafar, I just saw your message. I think you commented on my hot air balloon tutorial and you sent me love emoji. So yes, I just saw it, Gafar. And I'll comment later. I can't comment now. No, let's stop. So I'll comment later. Oh yeah, I can't. Okay, I think I can reply now. Let me reply. I'm using my laptop knowledge. Thank you for being here. Okay, Gafar, I just replied you. Just replied you. So Valley. Okay, Valley, you changed your name. Sorry, what did you? What was your former name? Can you tell me so I would know, please? I'm sorry. Okay, Jessica, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you. And I also hope to see you next time. And I hope you stay longer. I should guess who. Give me clue. If you want me to guess, give me clue. Just give me clue of something you've said before or one time you joined the conversation we had and then something you said. Just give me a clue, please. Then I'll guess. Three trials. Thank you. Give me clue, give me clue, give me clue. Okay, sir. Around the time someone is coming calling you by. Oh my God. Read is on my live stream. Read, if you are the one, I'm going to cry. No way. Okay, read. If I Chuku, read. Right? Gafar, I replied you. I literally just replied you, Gafar. Did you see it? Did you see my response, Gafar? Meanwhile, read. That's my first trial? Read. First trial. Read. Tell me if I'm wrong. But I'm positive. I'm positive that you are read. Yes, because you're the only one that use strange names. No. No. Firstly, you're not forgotten. You just have a different name. If you're not read, no, you're not. You're not tropical man. You're not real tropical man. I know you're not. You can't be. Valley. No, you're not. You're not Akone Alexandra. You're not Alex. Alex wouldn't change his name. Tochuku wouldn't change his name. I can only think of. Mr. Debonair. Are you Mr. Debonair? Because he also calls me Irene sometimes. You know all of them. I know you are not knowledge. Um. Okay. One final hint, Valley. Did we connect on any other platform? If we did, can you mention the platform? I'm going to explain Taya. Gabriel. No, it's not Gabriel. Gabriel doesn't know these people. No, it's not Gabriel. Gabriel doesn't know these people. Um. Okay, Valley, I give up. I'm sorry. Can you tell me? Please tell me. See, I wanted to work on my Canva. I wanted to design something on Canva. These people just want me knowledge. Upon all the preaching on your caption, any time I come. Upon hold on, knowledge. Upon all the preaching on my caption. Black eyes. Is it black eyes? Oh my god. It's black eyes. Am I correct? Right. Black eyes, Michael. Batman. Final answer. And that's obviously the last option. Because black eyes always comment on my captions. We always banter when you come in. I banter with everybody. No, black eyes is you. Black eyes is you. Final answer, final option. Okay, I don't know if it's not black eyes. Can you just tell me? I'm so sorry. And you know you cannot blame me for this because you changed your name. Please. I'm in soup today. Mhm. Always on same point with knowledge. Knowledge you've been mentioned. You're always on the same point with knowledge. Knowledge who is always on the same point with I don't know. The person says is always on the same point with you on my live stream. It's Reed. That was what the person does. It's Reed that is always on the same point with knowledge. Reed, Alex, Reed, Alex. Huh? Yeah, I'm trying to guess this. It's either Reed. You're either Reed, Alex, because Alex is also at the same point with knowledge. Um, hey, I can only think of Reed and Alex. Like you guys always share the same views. Am I correct, Valley? That's an interesting assessment because I haven't been on any of the live streams in a while for them to say something like that. So now it makes me wonder who this person is now. If they're a good person or something. Valley, Valley, you cannot say that you never remember me. You know you changed your name. You changed your name. So I mean that is that is where this whole problem is coming from. If you had not changed your name and you joined, I would have likely screamed immediately your message pops up. But you changed your name, so please just tell me, please, 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 please. But always on the same point with knowledge. Who is this person? Which one is right on, ma? Valley, Biko, no, Biko, Biko. Tell me, please. Tell me. Tell me. I'm thinking. I'm racking my brain. For you to even know knowledge and all these people, then you're also very. That means I know you very well. This person doesn't want to tell me. I'm sad. Mm. I'm still waiting for you to tell me though. Eldad. Oh my god. Is it Eldad? Eldad, that's unfair. What? It wasn't. You should have just said so. Oh my god. Oh my, this is so sad. And of all the names I mentioned, I didn't even. And you actually came to mind when I mentioned Black Eyes. You came to mind because you joined around the same time. Black. No, no. Eldad, do not say that. It's because you joined the same time. Black Eyes started joining my live stream, so I actually wanted to say Eldad, but something in me kept on saying it's not Eldad, it's not Eldad. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And you cannot say that friendship na scam because you changed your name. You changed it. I'm so sorry. And I cherish you so much. That is why I am able to know that you are the one immediately you told me the first letter. I'm sorry, my dear friend. And the friendship I give is most definitely not a scam. How are you doing, Eldad? How have you been? Breathe in, breathe out. Won't wound me. What's happening? What's going on with you? What's going on with you? Breathe in, breathe out. Are you sick? No. Please do not be sick. The long journey to reveal myself to you this time. Why did you change your name though? Why did you change your name and we had to go through all those stress? What happened? Valley. And also, what inspired this name, Valley? Lily of the Valley. Valley of the Shadow of Death. What inspired this name? I feel like I rinsed these wipes. Should I took it back? I took it back inside. Put it here. I'm not even seeing the picture. I can't see the picture clearly. You know, on live streams, it just shows now. It's just small. I can't see it clearly. But what is there? It looks like, I don't know. It looks like an apple, but I can't see it clearly. Is that owl? Owl in a circle? I don't know. What's there? And then what inspired it? I'm not okay. Oh, coconuts. I like coconuts. What inspired it? Why did you put coconut as your profile picture? Hell, Dad. I prefer your old name, or change it back, or nah, nah. I know, Eldad, you are Igbo, right? Are you from Kogi? You said Kogi, Igbo. I can't even remember. What inspired your coconut profile picture? The name. I began something. Okay, okay, I'm listening. What did you start? You said little sip on strength and purity to work on it. Because I'm not talking to you. I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to understand what you mean by that, or that strength, like strength to do something, and you're trying to do it with a clear mind. Mystery. Why am I lost? I'm fine, but I want to understand what that means. Little sip on strength and purity to work on it. I want to understand what you mean by that. It sounds deep, something deep. Unless you don't feel okay talking about it, then that's fine. But I did fine. How your side? Why am I having two people here? Why do I feel like oh mode? I was going to ask who was the second person on my live stream that isn't saying anything. But then your message came in. We are influenced by our environment until we'll become become intentional enough to influence it. Technically, both former is subconscious and latter is intentional. At times, doesn't happen. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. So, if you say, well, you are saying both. From what you just said, Maud, you are saying both that you are influenced by our environment until we are conscious enough to intentionally influence it, right? Right? So it just takes time, but both happens. So let me ask. So what if you are conscious enough to intentionally influence it? What happens in that stage? Would you now say that after influencing your environment, the environment in return influences you, or it is just now you constantly pouring into your environment to ensure that it becomes and remains um, the type of environment you want to be in? Meanwhile, Valley says, it's Monday, not weekend. Most people it's very late. Tuesday. Okay. Valley. The Monday stuff you mentioned, I think I understand at the same time. I do not understand. Eldad also says, well, it's better to be influenced by environment. You actually realize that you know nothing when you see some things. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Eldad, you're a Nigerian, right? And you know some of the environment, you know the kind of environment some of us grew up in. So, what would you say to someone that grew up in a RAS environment? Permit me to use the word RAS, like crazy environment um, that is known for killing, cultism, rural area that is not developed, and that does not expose you to opportunities that stimulates growth. Would you still say that it is better to be influenced by that type of environment because you feel like there's still something that you do not know that you want to know? That's question being asked. I would also say that this your response is just like the first answer Mode gave. Although this Mode is still here, but I'm going to read. Mode says you are influenced by our environment, but to become intentional enough to influence it. So to connect what the both of you just said, I would say that at first your environment influences you. Probably as a child growing up when you're not old enough to make decisions yourself. You are being influenced by things around you, and by environment is not only is not it does not only centers around people you find yourself with. It's also what you read, movies you see, and you can also be conversations you engage in. So what you just said, Valley, is um being influenced by your environment is just basically what the first part of what Mood said, and then until you are old enough to intentionally, emphasis on that word, influence it. That I said be calling you Valley. I don't know this name. Anyway, Elder says you can't live like a Chinese in Kwara State and fulfill your dreams so early or easily. Okay, I'm thinking. I'm thinking. Before I come back to your question or your statement, Valley, let me read more. Yes, your environment still influences you, but not in the same way. Once you become intentional now, the relationship changes instead of your environment or consciously shaping you consciously decide. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Let me go back to Moj. Thank you for that contribution. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So to the point. Valley, you said you can't live like a Chinese in para states and fulfill your dreams so early or easily. Of course, I totally agree with that. That's why when we talk about being influencing our environment, I mentioned something. By influencing your environment, there are conscious efforts that you need to make. People you communicate with, things you read, what you watch, people you take as mentors. It can even be places you work and also the place you live. So if you want to influence your environment, the first step you would take would even be changing that environment. So if you are in Kwara State and Kwara State is not giving you the kind of life that you want, or is not making you think in the direction that you want, or providing the kind of opportunities that you want for yourself, would you still remain in Kwara State, or you would look for ways to move out of Kwara State? Tell that's a question. Because if you still remain in Kwara State, thinking that, oh, I'll still be thinking like the people of Kwara State and then possibly change, influence my environment. No, you're not going to make any progress, obviously. Are you, Eldad? So if you want to influence your environment, you have to make conscious efforts, conscious efforts to change that. And sometimes that includes changing that environment. That's the point I'm trying to make. But I'd still like to hear more of what you think, Eldad. Okay, back to mode. You decide what to absorb, what to reject, and what to change. At that point, influence becomes reciprocal rather than one sided. Hmm. That means, yeah, okay. I'm going to simplify what mode say, and I'm going to simplify it for the purpose of others, because now mode is saying that it's like a circle. Mm. To my own understanding, you are saying that you influence your environment to how you want it to be for yourself. Mm? To the point that it starts influencing you in return. For example, you you want to be disgustingly educated. You want a particular way of life for yourself, and where you are is not allowing you to achieve that. So you make conscious efforts to change that, and you're able to create that environment for yourself, right? Mode. Now, when you create that environment for yourself and you start living in it, that environment you have created in return starts influencing your habits, your behavior, because you're now surrounded by the type of people that you wish or you have always wished for yourself. Is that what you're saying, Maud? Am I understanding you correctly? If I'm not, can you give more clarity to it? Okay, Eldad says the justice behind changing environment is traveling around, but having to explode in one environment in terms of intimation is crazily impossible. Okay, intimidation. I would not use the word impossible. I would say hard, Eldad. Because when you say impossible, oh my God, I was having this conversation with knowledge. When you say impossible, it's like, this self-limiting thoughts and self-limiting behaviors we have. Like, Eldad, you always frequent this live stream, and we talk about the mind. how everything we do starts from the mind. Yeah, I know you said impossible, but I'm saying me, I wouldn't say impossible. Everything we do starts from the mind. So when you tell yourself that something is impossible, all you start seeing is obstacles, obstacles, obstacles. When you tell yourself that you cannot do this, all you start doing, you will not. If I thought you're going to achieve it, it's going to take a very long time. I'll use myself as an example. I tell myself that I procrastinate a lot and I am inconsistent. So because I always tell myself that whenever I want to bring out my phone to live stream, I have a second thought. Oh, Irene, you're inconsistent. So even if you don't live stream today, you already know you're inconsistent. So don't do it. Or when I'm supposed to do something, I tell myself, oh, you're a procrastinator. You know what? You can always do it some other time. So all these are, I see them as self-limiting thoughts and words we tell ourselves just so we stay comfortable in that situation. So I wouldn't see it as impossible. People achieve it. There are people that have started from scratch, from a very bad situation, but they are able to push themselves. It just would take work, obviously, a lot of work, but they are able to push themselves out of whatever situation and create a better life for themselves. You cannot be in one place and just be thinking and hoping that things get better. Chameleon. Are you talking about chameleon, the animal, or chameleon? It is chameleon, the animal. I know. Uh, Chameleon. I are they the same thing? I don't know. I don't know. Knowledge. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Of course, I know the one that sheds its skin. Exactly, sheds its skin just to blend in, fit into the new environment, right? So you shed your skin, you let go of the old skin. But anyway, let's hear what you have to say about the chameleon. Ah, my legs! Let's hear. Is Mod still here? Oh my god, I like Mod and his contributions because Mod is also a very deep thinker. Now that you've read this topic, you're supposed to be here giving your own inputs, and you're here listening to me. I was here first. Well, when a chameleon gets into a new territory, mm, if it moves into a new territory, it sheds its skin to blend in. If a chameleon is in this same territories in one position, there is no need for it to shed its skin because it's still the same. It's still the chameleon is still having the same color with that same environment. But let's say the chameleon moves from this white environment to this, from this white background to this red. It would shed its skin just to blend in with this red color, so you would not be able to identify it. So firstly, there has to be a change, a movement. The chameleon has to move before it can decide to blend in, right? Tell that. Am I wrong? At least that was what I was taught in school. But if I'm wrong, okay. Who influences each other between uh the environment? The environment is what makes happy. Yeah, the environment. But before that environment influences the chameleon's decision to shed its skin, the chameleon has to make a move. It has to make a move. You cannot be in one place and expect that influence you are looking for. You have to make a move. Because, firstly, I need you to understand that you can't even influence what you don't know, but you have to make it. conscious move, like motive, an intentional move, change of that environment. Hey, hey. I don't like Eldad. What's this one? It's not even about explaining, it's about understanding something. But Eldad, I'm asking you, before that environment can influence that chameleon, does the chameleon move or not? Does it changes its environment or not? Answer me. Eldad, I am still waiting for you to. Okay, he just answered me. See, trying to even influence the environment is a thing that feels like it's going to work. But lately, do you notice that you've been blended? Um, I think no, no, okay, where I stand in this Eldad is when we talk of change of environment, you are not changing the environment that you are currently in. No, you are not changing it. You are rather changing your environment. By that I mean moving to um a better life, a better situation, a better place or a better position. Okay, do you understand? By environment, it might even it doesn't necessarily be it does not necessarily need to be the location. It can be your friend group. Your group of friends can be your work. It can be things that you know in one way or the other. Oh, I talk too fast. Subconsciously influence you in ways that you don't like and you want to grow from. So you would be blending in if you are trying to change the environment you are in. But if you are trying to change your environment to a better, to somewhere you feel that it's better for you, yeah, then that's fine. When you change to that environment, then you are forced to blend in because that is something you already see that is better for you. It seems to work, but believe me, it never did the whole time. Well, that's fine for you, but I hold a different opinion on that. A better situation is accepting what the environment suggests so you can cunningly explode. So if I live in an environment where there are only known for stealing, cultism, gang, rape, and all of that, I shouldn't look for ways to take myself out of that environment. I should rather stay, allow the environment influence me, like you said, and look for a way to cunningly explode. What do you even mean by cunningly explode? Firstly, I want to understand that. You know what? Let's discuss your point now. I feel like we've discussed mine. Let's discuss your angle. Maybe would understand where you're coming from. You are influenced by it sincerely. We influence it deceiving. I did not. Firstly, you need to there was something Maud said in his first comment. Maud said at the initial state, our environment influence us. Of course, like growing up, that environment is definitely going to influence you because you're not in control of it. You're not in control of anything. But as you grow and you are old enough to make certain decisions for yourself, you make deliberate efforts intentionally to change it. So I wouldn't say it's deceivingly. No. It's just that now you are self-aware. You are knowledgeable. You know things. You are exposed to things. And you are old enough to decide if whether or not this is good for you or not, or if it is something you want. That's the point I'm trying to make. I'm not saying that at some point, I mean, you have to be aware of your environment before you decide to change it or not. If you are not aware of the impact it has, then you keep living without even knowing whether, without even knowing anything. That is my point. But let's still see. Like I said, books, things you watch, people you talk to, career paths that you wish for yourself, when you start having desires to do some things, then you would know whether or not your environment would help you achieve that. There are some people that want to grow up and be the next JJ Okocha, but they are not in an environment that um, provides way for them to achieve that. When if they are strong-willed and really want to be the next JJ Okocha or Cristiano Ronaldo or Mbappe, they'll look for ways to change the environment or connect with people that are already um, playing football, even if it's at the local level or okay. See, the thing is, those things you do only works for you, not for the environment. I don't think you understand what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying when I say change your environment, I don't mean changing the people that are in the like, oh no, I think you are confusing me. Now I think you are confusing me, yeah. When I say change your environment, no, when I say influence your environment, exactly. When I say influence your environment, I mean like surrounding yourself with people that work in the same goal that you want, not necessarily trying to change their behavior or change their way of life. No, that's not what I mean. You can't change people's behavior or their way of life. No, it's knowing what you want. Let's say, for example, I want to be a model. Mhm. I want to be a model. If I'm not surrounding myself with models and I'm not going to where models are, or I'm not going for casting, then how then do I become a model? I don't know if you understand. But I have to go to those places. If I'm in a place, you do know that you can, by going to those places here, opportunities open for me. Opportunities open for me to become a model, the model that I desire to be. That is what I mean by influencing your environment? By ensuring that you create those opportunities, by moving to those places that you see people that you wish to be like the kind of life you wish for yourself. That is you making deliberate efforts to influence your environment and not necessarily staying at a butemeta and trying to change people at a butemeta. No, elder, that's not what I mean. No, unless you are confusing me. Are we still talking about the same thing, or do you understand the angle I'm coming from now? Environment is wild for you. How? Well, I know my answer. I don't know about you, but I know my answer and where I'm driving at. My battery is going down. But I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about the live stream. I'm still here for a while. On my remote. I'm still waiting for Elder to give me his response on whether or not he understands the last thing I just said. Right? Right, Elder? It's hard. I said before that it's hard, but achievable. It's just like there are a lot of people that did not. Let me use an example. I don't really know the full story of Tony Lumelu. Yeah. But I know that, Tony Lumelu, the former CEO of UBA, United Bank of Africa. You know that he graduated with 2-2. And when someone graduates with second class lower, yeah, Nigeria labor market makes you feel like it's going to be hard for you to get a job or scale through in the corporate sector. But Tomelu Melu studied hard, took extra courses, probably did masters, connected with people that were able to come together, form an idea, and at some point he got into UBA, and now from UBA, Transcorp, and Health Insurance and other enterprises. He was able to not allow that environment of second class lower division define the outcome of his career path. That is the angle I'm coming from. When I say environment, I don't change of environment. I don't mean like it can be career path. It can be something that you want for yourself. He did not allow that tutu because believe it or not, in our country now, if you graduate with tutu, it's hard for you to move forward with that result. It is people that make the. I have friends that make deliberate efforts by taking extra courses, doing their masters, and studying hard to come out with first class degree. That is them trying to influence, and by influencing, they are exposing themselves to people that can help them attain that. For example, I once had a friend that wanted to work in a bank. He works in a bank now. Yeah. In trying to get that bank job, I know for a fact that he was surrounding himself with people that work in bank and people that are into tech. And now he works in a bank and is in the tech department because he made deliberate effort to surround himself with people that are already doing what he wanted to do. So if you're not intentional, if you're not intentionally making effort and putting in the work, you will not get it. You remain in that position, you will never move forward. Same with your environment. You can be here today, but if you are not intentionally making efforts to move out of that seat, it's just like you are living in a house and you are not comfortable with that place. You're not comfortable in living in that area or whatever. If you don't intentionally make efforts to look for houses in other places, or even if you cannot even move out, it's just like me growing up. I didn't really like the people around me. I felt like they were too ras. But I intentionally, just one friend I had in school that I felt, okay, she's not ras, and she's not, she does not stay in an environment where she's exposed to ras people. That I intentionally got close to that person and made sure that most of the time I am around that person and the people she surrounded herself with at that time. And that influenced the way that I speak, the way that I approach things, and just the way that it kind of influenced my mannerisms in general. And there was one time that I intentionally did the job because I liked the way that my boss at that time was mentoring I and my colleagues, the things that she was teaching us, because I felt that it helped shape me to the kind of person, the kind of woman that I am today. So if you don't make conscious efforts, deliberate efforts to get in this circle, then you remain the same. Unleash, summarize it. I still have I still have little time. My battery is it has not gotten to 20 yet, 20% yet, but to still get to 20%. Unleash it. Unleash it. But I just want to be sure that we're talking about the same thing, because I feel like you are talking about uh the environment. I feel like you're talking about location or something. No. It's more than that, it's bigger than that from where I'm coming from. But I'd like to hear your view. Just kindly summarize it before we go. My elder, I've missed you. I've missed you. I think Mode is live streaming. Mode also live streams. Hi, Ever Blessed. Good morning, and thank you so much for being here. You know this topic, just like a tree that has some. Of course, the broad is the actually it is the broad topic. Very quick. Let's try. Let's try. We can try. Everblessed name looks familiar. Like Everblessed, you've been here before, have you? Oh, okay. Is on the screen. Do we influence our environment, or are we influenced by it? I think to just basically sum it up, do we at some point change our lives? Abi? Does our environment at some point force us to change life decisions, or okay, no, I'm seeing you. Oh, your name sounds very familiar. So I thought you've been here before, but that's fine. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for staying. Although my battery is now draining fast, so it's gonna force me to end this live stream soon. But yeah, we're talking about our environment influencing us and life decisions, or us at some point making deliberate efforts to change our environment. By deliberate efforts, it could mean um people you associate with, things you digest, people you talk to, things you watch, read, or whatever, just get you to that point that you want to be. That's just basically what you are trying to discuss. But apparently, I and Elder Valley, but his name is Elder Valley, hold different stand here. Meanwhile, Elder, I'm waiting for you to climb around before. When the battery is low, you know how it is. So I'm waiting for you. Please be fast. I have less than 5 minutes. Sadly, sadly. Oh, okay. See, your friend that got a bank job didn't have most of his friends craving the same step he took. Rather, he craved the steps he saw the environment took by being surrounded by bankers and motivators. I think I understand you a little. Because your words are not clear. But yes, he wanted that and surrounded himself with people that had that. He gathered information, advices, idea. He chose that and he made a move. See, let me tell you, it's just like something that Maud said. Maud said that you are influenced by your environment. And then okay, I think I understand you now. Okay. I think I understand you, Eldad. So you are saying either way, the environment is still influencing you. But if I take you back to what Maud said, you decide what to absorb, what to reject, and what to change. At that point, influence becomes reciprocal rather than one-sided. I remember I said something about it being a circle. So you influence your environment by deliberately changing it, and when you change it, it starts to influence you back in return. So it's like a circle. It's not like you forever. If you don't change that environment, the new environment will not start influencing you. I don't know if you understand. So it's a circle. Okay, thank you. Ever Blessed just said the same thing. Ever Blessed, thank you so much. So Ever Blessed said it's a circle. We are shaped by it at the foundation when we are born. Then when we are old enough to make our decisions. Oh God, Ever Blessed, thank you so much. Depending on how much impact or influence we hold, we can influence in turn. And then when you influence it by making decisions that takes you to the kind of environment you want to be in, that environment you settle in because you don't know it all, but you make deliberate efforts to move to it. So that environment you settle in starts to influence you. In return, Elder, that's my point. But I understand you now, Elder. What I understand from what you're saying, you don't see those decisions that one makes towards changing their environment. You don't They don't want me, oh hey Chineke, they've warned me, oh. You don't count it as you influencing your environment. So that is why you don't um buy the idea of one influencing their environment. Shall we say we plan? I don't even know Ever Blessed. Ever Blessed just joined for the first time. But you see, I don't know if Ever Blessed is a girl or a boy. But Ever Blessed understood where I'm coming from. So it's not a plan, it's just. And should I confess something, Eldad, before I go off because my battery is low? I want to rat you out knowledge. Oh no, I don't think I'll do that. But there's no need for the there's no need for the Okay, you're a female. Ever Blessed, are you Nigerian? Because I am a Nigerian and I am like streaming from Nigeria. Oh, but where are you watching from? Where are you from? This is stop blowing me. Stop blowing me. Ah, I know, Eldad, the you that I know, eh? I know that you don't used to give up. You talk and talk and talk. But unfortunately, my battery is low. So, yes, I am. I was craving a midnight snack, then switched to YouTube. Oh, okay. That's so cool. Thank you so much. Lagos Ikeja. Okay. I think I have a friend that stays at Ikeja. Yeah. I have a friend that stays there. Thank you so much, Eva Bless, and I hope to see you next time. I think I will be consistent again with this. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I'm going to try. I'm going to force myself to be consistent with this my routine of this my ritual. Black Eyes called it a ritual of coming here and discussing about stuff. Bolder. For real? Am I bold? Eva Bless doesn't even know me, and she already concludes that I'm bold. I feel like it's because I'm not seeing you guys' faces. Assuming, okay, you've been pushing on certain. Oh, I totally understand you. I'm actually like that. There's some things I still want to do on my channel, but I'm still thinking, okay, what about this group of people see it? There are some group of persons that I don't even want them to come across these things on my page. But what if they see they think of me? They'll be like, oh, when did I restart doing this and stuff like that? But I know that with time I'll do them. With time, I'm going to do all. So anyway, thank you so much for the compliment. I appreciate it. Believe it or not, it's a form of motivation and it makes me do the things that I do and more. Just know that you do them, they will talk. You don't do them, they will also talk. They will look for something else to talk about. So why not just do them, right? Let me see. Everybody, can you do me a favor? Can you, even if you just drop an emoji on any of my posts, so I can subscribe to your channel? Can you do that for me? I have to go. My battery is draining very fast. Exactly. When you become something, they start to brag about you. All right. Thank you so much for being here. I hope to see you next time. Hope to see you next time. Tomorrow. What am I saying next time? Oh my god, I need to tell myself tomorrow, so I'll force myself to live stream tomorrow. Yeah, I hope to see you tomorrow. Eldad, my guy, Alpha, are you still here? I have to go. Okay, thank you, Eldad. See you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Bye. Yeah.